is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. It is another beautiful day here at the Thick headquarters and we are finally going to be running a full carbon fiber hood on one of my cars. Well, the GTS has a carbon fiber hood, but it's from factory. It's the first time I've actually ran an aftermarket carbon fiber hood on any of my builds. And so there's gonna be a little bit of discussion as to what we're gonna do with the hood. Are we gonna leave it fully exposed? Are we gonna paint match it? Are we only gonna paint match part of it? We'll talk a little bit about that later, but I wanna show you guys the hood. This is from Keys Motorsports. It's made by Sabon. I believe that's how you pronounce it, Sabon. But essentially what it is in terms of style is E9X M3 replica hood with like the power dome and then the two vents on the side. This hood looks really good on the 1 Series cars, especially when you go to the 1M conversion. The aggression on the hood just matches the aggression on the car. It's almost like the 1Ms should have had this hood on them, just like the M Series E9Xs. I don't know how it fits yet, so we're gonna install it in this video, which might be kind of difficult because it's just your boy. I gotta do it single-handedly. I don't know how I'm gonna get away with that, but we'll figure it out. All right, you guys, this thing looks amazing. I've actually never owned any carbon fiber parts from Sabon, but this looks really good. The quality is phenomenal. Excuse my fingerprints everywhere, but sometimes when you get carbon parts from other manufacturers, they don't use as high quality of a clear coat. Sometimes they only use like a gel coat and they just don't look as good. This, however, looks really nice. This thing is going to go on the car and directly over to the PPF shop, and we're gonna get this thing PPF'd and protected immediately. But this is the hood that I decided on. I think it looks really freaking good, man. It's got that E9X M power dome, which I just think is gonna match the aggression of the car really well. And then it also has the vents right here with the carbon pieces around them. Now, my original plan was to just paint match the entire hood except for the vents, kind of keeping this like very OEM theme. But since then, I've had a lot of friends who are like, no, dude, you gotta keep it exposed. You gotta run it exposed because on black cars, you can sort of get away with the carbon fiber working with black. It sort of blends in. It's pretty dope. You could also do something like a tinted dyno shade PPF that would even darken this more, but would also provide a layer of protection. So there's some things we can do, some things we can play around with. What I might actually do is when I go to the PPF shop, I might have them lay down just a little bit of like the darker PPF, the dyno shade PPF. And depending on how that looks up against the black, we might do something like that, which would be just a little bit different than your average, normal carbon fiber that's up next to black. But we will determine that later. You guys drop a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Should we go ahead and paint match the entire thing and just leave the vents exposed? Should we leave the whole carbon hood exposed? Should we try running like a darker PPF on it? See if it darkens it up a little bit. At this point, I'm sort of up in the air. I think that it's wise to just run like a PPF setup or a darker PPF setup first and see how I like it. And if I want to paint match it down the road, I can do so. But nonetheless, you guys, this hood overall just looks freaking phenomenal. I'm gonna have it linked down below. Huge shout out to the guys over at Keys Motorsports for making this happen. Took about 3 weeks for me to get this hood. So very thankful to have been able to get this. That power dome looks so freaking good. I'm gonna show you guys the underside as well, but it looks like it has pretty much everything we need in order to install it. It's got the holes and everything for the hood latch, and if we go to the back, it's got everything for the window washers as well. Got the nubs for the hood struts. So really what this is gonna come down to is fitment. How is this thing actually gonna fit when it's all said and done? I think regardless, we're gonna be able to make it fit really good. Obviously, everything's changing on the car, so we have a lot of room for adjustment and a lot of things that we can tinker with. But most importantly, I'm just glad that this hood made it here safely. You guys know how it is anytime you're buying like large carbon fiber parts, especially hoods or trunks. They have a tendency to get pretty chopped up in the mail, and this thing looks perfect. I think I lucked out. Let's bring in the 135 and get this thing on, man. I'm excited. It's gonna look good. All right, let's take a look at the little oneer here. So obviously stock hood, 135, shares the same hood as the 1M. They are no different, they're identical. However, mine has seen lots of miles, 151,000 to be exact, and it is in rough shape. So I knew that we were gonna obviously be replacing everything else on the front end with the 1M kit. It didn't make sense to leave the hood just blank. I mean, of course we can go ahead and repaint this hood, but you'll have the factory standard hood, which is always an option, but I really really do think that this one's gonna be a better fit for the car in general once it's wide and aggressive, and it's not too aftermarket, being that it's just a replica of like the E9X M3 hood. All right, so looking at the factory hood, we obviously have the latch system that needs to come off. We have this part that needs to come off. Looks like it's just a Phillips head, a couple of Torx. The stops need to come off as well. I'm pretty sure there's holes for all that stuff. These guys are easy. You just pop them off with a flat head and then pull, and they'll come right out. And then we also have obviously the hinge mounts, and of course the windshield washer nozzle system. This is definitely the part that you want to be the most careful with. This plastic is really, really dry and will crack super easily. So when I get to that part, I'm gonna take my time. It looks like our hood also has the little holes for these guys too, which is nice. All right, so my buddy Sean is on his way over. I convinced him to come give me a hand for like 15 minutes. There's no way I can do this myself. I was looking at it before, I'm like, yeah, I can do this. That's silly. That's how you end up rushing things and breaking shit. But yeah, all in all, if you've done a hood replacement before, it's super easy. It only takes like 5-10 minutes. Reserves have arrived.
Like an idiot once I found out how to right, solid. Yep. Ooh, right, so you go over, straight over? Short battery. No? It's light. Like so fucking light, bro. Is that like a paint we can supposed to paint like around the house? A small black strip around it. You know?
'95th try is gonna be the lucky charm, you guys. It's gonna be the one. Okay, so we got the hood on the car, and I'm gonna show you guys where I have it at right now. It's pretty much perfect. But as you guys know, I mean, all these panels are gonna be changing anyways, so I didn't feel the need to go too nuts into making it absolutely perfect, but it looks really freaking good, man. And to be honest with you, I might just leave it exposed, but I have an idea of running some darker PPF to really make it sort of mesh in with the black, but just check this out. One thing about this hood is I was shocked at how well it fit just right from the get-go. I mean, right from the jump, this thing freaking, dude. Carbon on black is just a freaking vibe. Like, it looks so good, man. It looks so good. Sheesh, dude. Once we're wide, oh, it's gonna be so good, you guys. It's gonna be so good. Yes, sir. So this turned out really good. So I did make a couple of little adjustments, but I'll show you where we're at right now. I mean, dude, the fitment is freaking nice on this hood. Fits better than any other hood I've had. No doubt, no doubt. Gaps along there. And then gaps up here. It's very even, consistent. Same gaps over here. Look at how good this looks, you guys. I'm just in awe right now. I think it's phenomenal. On camera, from back here, it kind of looks like everything flows. But once you get up to it and you really see what's going on, the carbon does sort of clash with the black because jet black is so dark. It's like such a deep, deep black that I think if we darkened this, because we're gonna run PPF on this anyways, if I run like a shade, like a dyno shade PPF that has just a light tint to it, it'll deepen the carbon And I think it'll mesh really well with the black. Like, it'll still be carbon and you'll still see the carbon, but it will be just a little bit darker. And I think that that's gonna be the ticket. What I'm gonna do is have them lay down a couple of different Dino Shade PPF tints, and we'll decide from there and see which one looks the best. But I have decided on definitely not painting the whole thing. At least not right now, because I really like the way that this looks, and the carbon fiber is just such good quality and it just looks so good on black that yeah, I think that we just run it exposed. I think that's the way to do it. So yeah, this turned out really freaking good, man. I'm gonna show you all the things that we kind of messed with, or I was adjusting. Big shout out to my boy Sean, who came through and helped out. Definitely could not have done that without him. So one thing you got to keep in mind is, you know, obviously with carbon fiber, you don't want to over tighten anything, being that this is a fiberglass backing and then you have the carbon on top. So for a lot of these holes where you have original screws going back into them, I used a little bit of Loctite, and I just kept them. I mean, I hand tightened them, but I didn't go too tight. So I'm relying on the Loctite to do its job in terms of actual like holding it in there so nothing backs out. You can still see, actually, if I zoom in here, you might be able to see a little, you can see a little bit of Loctite in there. So, and you can also see right here, sort of the adjustments that I made. So I went inwards with the hood. I did that on both sides. And then I also adjusted back here. You have one 12 mil, I believe it's a 12 mil right here. And then you have one on the other side of this as well. And that allows you to lift the hood up and down. So I noticed that overall the whole hood basically just needed to go up a little bit and come forward. So I made some very, very minor adjustments and it's freaking perfect. Like if I was gonna stick with stock body, I would not touch a thing. But you know, being that all the fenders and bumpers and everything's gonna change anyways, we'll have more time to kind of dial it in even more once we get the 1M stuff on. So this all works out perfect, just like OEM. I ended up not putting the stoppers in. For one, it just didn't really seem like I needed them, but with the factory ones, if you wanted to run these, you're gonna have to cut them because they won't thread all the way through. They're just way too big. So if you wanted to run this, you would probably just chop it in half and throw it in there and then twist it to your liking. These, I don't think that these are gonna do a whole lot for me. As long as I'm locked in and it's tight, I'm cool. I don't really need to worry much about this. What I'm working on right now are the windshield washer nozzles. I had to do a little bit of modification to these, obviously, because it's aftermarket. So anytime you're working with aftermarket carbon, you're definitely gonna have to change some things. I haven't touched this one yet, but basically what I'm doing, I'm taking my razor and I'm trimming the thickness of this side and I'm trimming the thickness of this side. I'm chopping off that little tab up here. You don't need it. And I'm trimming some of this. So basically I'm trimming all of the plastic on this just down ever so slightly. And then what I'm doing is I'm sanding it with some 1500 grit sandpaper so it's nice and smooth, and then it just slides right in. So you got to find that happy medium. But again, this is just, if it's aftermarket, be prepared to do stuff like this and change things around. The little post that comes out and grabs onto your hood strut, it's basically a threaded piece that goes into here. I used Loctite on that as well. So I basically used medium Loctite, like not permanent, but temporary Loctite on everything that goes into the fiberglass of the hood. Now, obviously, there are sleeves inside of here that are threaded that are in fact metal. So that Loctite is grabbing from metal to metal. It's not just metal to fiberglass. But, you know, you're just not going to be able to tighten it to the level that you want to without running some sort of Loctite, in my opinion. I mean, you could definitely try it out. Maybe you get lucky. But, you know, as soon as you start tightening it a little too much, you'll hear cracking. It's fiberglass, so you don't want to overdo it. But I feel a little bit more secure running a little bit of Loctite in there on all these screws and bolts and nuts and whatnot. So this is what I went with, medium strength. So I ended up using the factory pieces, little notched in pieces right there for these. I did trim them back a little bit though, because they were a little bit big. You guys saw what we did with the holes, and then I just wrapped some tape around it on the inside to make sure that it won't back out and that no water will get in. I might add like a little bit of foam or maybe some silicone around there. We'll see what I end up doing. For these, I ended up using zip ties because this little piece on top is just very fragile, and I felt like putting the clips on there was just too tight and I didn't want to mess with it. And the black zip ties obviously do the job just fine. So just to secure everything in place, but that is all good, man. And it fits really, really good. And 10 out of 10, dude, like just really happy with everything on this hood. I think it turned out really nice. You know, I've had a lot of aftermarket hoods And being that this is carbon, there's not really much play in it. So whatever you get is what you get, and you're kind of stuck with that. This turned out phenomenal. Man, this is just... Oh man, I'm so in love with this. Like, it's probably one of the cooler modifications that I've done. And I've never really been a big, you know, exposed carbon hood guy, but damn, you see it on there and it makes you think twice about wanting to paint match it. It just looks beautiful. Really, really pretty. So I'm not gonna put the badge on because obviously we're gonna PPF everything, so what's the point? Just gonna take it right off again. But I will throw the old badge, I'll just put a little sticky tape on and I'll just throw the old badge on so we have it on there. But then once we PPF, I'll throw on my new shadow line badge and it'll look freaking sick. But that bulge, bro. Reminds me of my E90 M3. It's so aggressive from inside the cockpit. Dude, this thing is just nuts. This is my first time seeing it out in the actual daylight, like out of the garage. Dude, it looks so freaking sick, dude. Oh my God. Those injectors are screaming. 1054, damn, bro. I don't even think video does it justice. Like, it just looks so good in person. Another successful day with the 135. This thing's coming along, man. It's a lot of fun building this car. Can't wait to get into the 1M stuff. We are so close. We're so close. Like days away from starting the actual project. Anyways, huge shout out to the guys over at Keys Motorsports for sending this hood out. If you guys are interested in buying this hood for your E82 or any Save-On products, I'll have the link down below. Make sure you check that out. 10 out of 10 quality. Absolutely love the hood. But more importantly, the fitment and the carbon fiber is very, very nice. But you guys know the deal. We're gonna keep these modifications moving along, keep this progress on this build moving along. We have until February, until BMW Invasion, to finish up this project. It's gonna get good very fast. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. The blow-off valve is a lot louder too, now that we have those vents. Man, I don't know if that's translating over in camera, but it is fucking loud.